Yeah, because I guess the key question is, as well as how much it's going to cost, who is going to pay for it? And will the answer ultimately be all of us through our bills? Because this report outlined some pretty big changes. The government has made some very ambitious promises to halve the number of pollution spills. Water companies are making big spending plans, between them spending more than £100 billion on improving infrastructure. And our water bills have already gone up by 26% in April this year and are expected to continue rising. So one thing this review looks at is how that money is going to be spent. It talks about companies being less reliant on debt, more financially resilient, making sure they're investing and maintaining their assets. But it doesn't, as far as I can tell so far at least, talk about what companies spend on salaries for their bosses. And that's particularly been highlighted by the chief executive of Southern Water being offered a pay rise worth hundreds of thousands of pounds. What it also doesn't do is address the question of renationalisation of water companies. That is something Reform UK wants, but the government says it's too expensive. It would take money away from things like the NHS and schools. The Conservatives say the government needs to explain how replacing one quango with another is going to clean up our rivers and lakes. And one of the key phrases that stood out for me from what I've read of the report so far is that it says it needs to restore trust. The government needs to restore trust that bills are fair, that regulation is effective, and that water companies will act in the public interest. And I suppose the phrase restoring trust could apply to so many of the challenges facing this government, the things they say they inherited from the previous government, but the things they are going to be judged on at the next election.